fucking haircut.
All right.
Oh, hey, we're live.
We are live. Welcome to True Tone. We have not streamed since March 5th of this year. So we are, and of course, we are 9 minutes late into the stream. So welcome, everybody. We've got our usual. What's happening right now?
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. Sorry, my Instagram was on the other page and it was repeating. So I don't know if you heard that too.
No.
Anyway.
You just paused. Anyway.
Yeah, I did because I heard myself repeating and I was like, what's going on? But yeah, so we're streaming on a bunch of things right now. So I'm streaming this on YouTube, on Twitter, and Instagram. I don't know if that's a great idea. We're gonna find out. But welcome our usual crew. We have Drew to my right, and then we have Michael down below. And of course, it took us a while to get here, so we're here and we're back.
It did.
Yeah. So we are here for our end of year stream, and we're just gonna talk about, I guess, some things that came out this year. Maybe things that were good, things that were bad, and yeah. So
what really happened this year, though?
Well, I mean, I don't think this year was an amazing year in tech. We had some good stuff come out, but it wasn't amazing stuff. I don't know. What do you guys? Let's start with what was one good thing? What was something that stuck out to you this year that was released? I know I'm putting you guys on the spot right now.
Here. Okay, OnePlus did a pretty good job this year with the 11 and the Open.
Yes. Which I have both of them right here, just chilling. Yeah. So
I think
I just decided to have all of them next to me just in case.
Oh my God.
I think even the 12 coming up right into 2024, I think they're already setting a really good pace for next year. But
the 12 looks great.
Oh yeah,
it does.
The Open was is probably the best phone I've used this year. I mean, it's so good. I was from the software overall build. I seen people had some screen issues and stuff. Mine was completely fine. But yeah, I think that was a really solid device this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I still have it, so yeah.
I think the Nothing Phone 2 is pretty solid. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just not I don't know. I would rather have a OnePlus 11 over the Phone 2.
Yeah.
I like it. It's cool, but it's just an iPhone. I don't know.
I think the software's cool, but the hardware is it's iPhone, but the hardware I think is also, for the price point, it doesn't align. I think it's pretty expensive. I understand why they upped it this year because of margins and trying to make some profits this year. But at the same time, it's hopefully Phone 3 is significantly better.
I hope so. Because I mean, it's a little rough around the edges, kind of literally too. But I mean, it's just kind of it's not the best, right? They could definitely do a lot better with what they have, especially if you look at the OnePlus 12, coming out next year. It's so much better.
Well, and then
I don't know.
I think the one thing that they did get right with the Phone 2, though, that's interesting is the curved back glass. It just feels weird, interestingly weird in the hand, but it's good.
Yeah, it's it's a lot nicer than the Phone 1 was for sure.
Yeah,
it's a lot more premium feeling.
I did not have either of those. I didn't have the Nothing Phone at all, so I can't really. I can't speak on it, so I don't know. But I do like the light thing on the back. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just to highlight this, I know we have Miles here. He says what's up, and he also sold his Tesla. So funny enough, after I got my first one, Miles also got one. I think he bought his locally, private party, and I'm surprised he already sold it. So why did you sell it, Miles? Also, Miles hates everything, so I would not be surprised if he just says he hated it. Hey, Justin.
It sucked.
No, every time I see a comment from Miles, it's always oh yeah, that thing sucks, or this is terrible, or something like that.
Oh, that's great.
So we got OnePlus Open, OnePlus 11, upcoming OnePlus 12. And what's great is the OnePlus 12 is going to be the one of the newest phones with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip in it. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how OnePlus implements, some of the software features,
That's true.
With the chip. So that'll be kind of interesting to see.
And crazy enough, you get 24 gigs of RAM for some reason. Up
That's
to 24 gigs
insane.
of RAM.
Why?
I forgot all about that. Yeah, I was like, that's more than. I mean, almost every computer I have only has like 16 gigs of RAM.
I don't get it.
Gigs.
Like what could you possibly use that much RAM for?
I mean, honestly, like you could actually use that just as a straight up computer at that point. Like
no, literally, like I could run Premiere Pro on my OnePlus 12. Like
exactly.
Why?
I guess and OnePlus is like, why not? Yeah. I forgot about that. So what is that like the highest end models?
Yeah, it's the 1 terabyte model. Yeah, 1 terabyte. And what's kind of conflicting, you can get the Chinese models right now if you go to like GizTop, because of their launch differences, but it looks like only the white model had 1 terabyte with the 24 gigabytes of RAM. So I don't know how that's going to work when it comes to the US. But I mean, there have been like a special.
Is that like a special model? Maybe the white one is the only one that would get the 1 terabyte.
That's what it looks like. The green one looks interesting. Like I'm kind of liking it, but I'm not sure yet.
It's like a marble. It kind of reminds me of like those older like 80s marble walls that people had like in rich houses. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but it's cool, but I don't know. The white looks really clean.
Yeah.
Like after having like these different color, I just like, I don't know. I like the white phone. It looks so clean to me. Now I haven't had a white phone.
Yeah, the white one looks great.
Yeah. I just think with the nothing phone, like.
Yeah, I just like the texture though of the black phone. Like I wish the textures kind of carried over. I think they said
you like the texture.
Similar. Yeah, I think because I don't use a case, so I think it's better than like just having a slippery.
I'm sorry, I can't. It feels like I'm like touching fine woven, but it's not fine. You know what I mean? Like it's got like that scratchy chalkboardy material. I can't do it.
Are we talking about the 11 or the open?
Well, the 11
the last one. The last one I used with that material was the 10T, so I assume it's the same. But
it was a little better. They improved it on the 11. So on the 10T, it was like, I see what you mean. On the 10T, it was like they tried to go like sandstone from like the first OnePlus.
Right.
That was But then they added this weird smooth. I don't know how to explain it either. It is kind of like fine woven, which is terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Those fine woven cases are absolute garbage. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the worst fine woven. I took it out of the box, I had the fine woven wallet. I took it out of the box and I literally was like, "Ugh, like what is this?" It felt terrible. It feels like when you stick your hand on accident in like the trash can or something, like you have to get something. It felt terrible.
The trash can. Yeah, that's kind of accurate. I mean, I use mine daily because I don't have any other options because they stopped selling the leather one.
Yeah.
But
I'm just surprised they didn't do like faux leather at this point.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
It would make so much more sense.
Who touched that fine woven and was like, that's it.
Yeah. It's just not good. Speaking of weird textures, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I bought the Razer 2023. This is such a weird. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a weird.
Well, it's just
why
rubber.
Is it sticky?
It's like a weird rubber that they went
Why is
with.
it like it feels sticky? It has a nice look to it, I guess, but like it is just such a strange texture. Yeah. I don't know.
It's definitely a budget foldable, but like why? Yeah.
Like I like it. It is better than just the Z Flip 5 having just straight up glass on it, because that thing is slippery without a case.
Yeah.
But it is just a weird. I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan.
That's fair.
Yeah, I like the Razer Plus quite a bit. The cameras were just not good at all.
So they're trash on both phones then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Razer Plus is slightly better, but video is about the same.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I mean, and he's not wrong. And what's sad too is I looked up, a couple of Motorola phones, like past ones, and apparently they don't keep them up to date really well anymore.
No. And it's inconsistent, like phone to phone. So like some of the Edge phones, they'll keep up to date, but some they don't. Like it's just not a consistent lineup where it's like this one's for sure going to get 3 years or 4 years. It's just whatever they feel like updating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
And that was something else that happened this year was with Pixel. They decided to do 7 years of updates to the Pixel lineup. Now, of course, we're all curious if that's actually going to, actually happen.
It just kind of, even if it does, could you imagine a 7-year-old Tensor phone? Like, first of all, this I'm not gonna lie, Pixel is probably the worst phone I've had this year. Like this I will take that Motorola and I will use that for 3 years. I'm not gonna use this. This is terrible.
It's not great. And speaking of the Pixel though, the Pixel Fold, the thing that we were all excited for when we were waiting for it to launch in New York, I think sucks.
That's the worst fold. It's
literally it's so bad.
It looks good from the outside. Then you open it and it's like, what in the Duo is this?
Yeah, the Duo had a better bezel than that. I mean, the Duo
actually it takes like 50 hours to charge the day.
No, literally, it feels like a Z Fold 3 with a plastic Ziploc bag over it. Like it's the vibe it gives off. It's just not good.
It also weighs like 2 iPhones. Like
like the outside screen's better than the inside screen, and it's a foldable. So like I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but go off Google. You know what you're doing.
I just always open it and it's complete sadness every time
you still have it.
No, dear God, no. I've sold 5 of them this year.
Oh my God.
I paid like $3,000 for mine when it was brand new before it came out, so I could get it early, and I deeply regret that because it definitely didn't hold its value. Well,
let's hope it gets better. So Justin said he was disappointed with the Pixel 7, so I guess you'd be more disappointed with the other one.
I want
as buggy as an old iPhone on a beta.
Yeah,
that's fair.
If they went back to Snapdragon, because we use Tensor because of AI is all BS. Like they could do all of that AI with Snapdragon and then some.
How's it going?
Definitely.
But I think if they go back to Snapdragon, like they did on the watch, the Pixel Watch 2 is back on Snapdragon. I think then that'll improve all of the performance issues we have. Also, a lot of apps don't work well with Tensor either. Like Twitter's super buggy. A handful of apps are just super jittery and laggy. I think Snapdragon would probably win, and then change the hardware. Like I don't know what's up with the jewelry visor design. I get they want to stand out, but like you stand out in a way that I'm like, ew, that's a Pixel.
Tacky.
Every time I see it.
I don't know. I kind of like the visor. I think it's an interesting design element. It kind of makes it different from what everybody else is doing. I mean, for the most part, it's like it seems like phones have gotten more boring, which doesn't make sense. We've come so far and we just got to the slab with a camera slapped on the top, on the top left of it, and they all look the same. So hopefully we get something to look at. I do like that we have, I think that's what I like now is like the flips. These make me happy just because they're so different. And I did use the Z Flip 5 for like over a week, and I really, really liked it. So I see why people like it. The battery's absolute garbage, but if it had better battery, it'd be probably worth using long term.
The Phone 2 is nice. It's aesthetically nice to look at.
Why y'all gotta do that when I don't have?
Listen, Mr. OnePlus Fold. I don't want to hear
it. One thing that nothing is getting right is like the software is so nice. Like the widgets, I really like it. It's
okay. I'm gonna point out one flaw. It's really stupid. You know how they added, Tesla integration, right?
Don't even talk about that. That's a mess.
Why does it show it in kilometers? First of all, like I don't live in like Finland. Like I don't know why I would need that. But also, like, why is the stock photo a Tesla Model X from 2016?
Oh, it's
like how is that supposed to help me?
Yeah. And then it's like that for everyone. So Ian, anytime you integrate it, everyone has that like same super old Tesla as their, and it's just a black Tesla with the chrome.
Who chose that?
I don't know, but
it's not even helpful. Like,
also there's Bluetooth issues that I found on a lot of nothing phones, and so like I'll go to my car and I'll go to open the door and I just can't, and then I'm like, really, like it's integrated, and it just doesn't work.
Oh my god,
so,
it's not great. I don't know why they even thought of advertising that, but I mean the rest of the phone isn't bad. It just feels a little choppy. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just not as fluid as something like a Pixel or a OnePlus, honestly. It's not bad.
They're using like an older 8, like it's an 8 Gen 1, right?
8 plus Gen 1, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't even know what the difference is between the 8 and 8 plus.
It's like slightly
it's a little faster.
Just
a clock speed boost or something.
Yeah, and that's where it's unfortunate with the Pixel because they get like a lot of the Pixel experience correct on the software. Like a lot of the Pixel specific software is great.
You know,
but it's yeah, I think they definitely have a lot of work in that area too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but having it 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage and almost 5,000 milliamp hours for your battery isn't bad.
Yeah,
you know, for the price point, you can get it for like $500.
How is it on battery life?
It's not bad.
It's not like 8 hours maybe. I get pretty decent battery.
No, it's pretty good.
Screen on time?
Yeah,
like 8 hours.
Yep.
It's not like the brightest screen though, Ian. So like you got like you're not getting like a super bright. I don't even know what the nits are on this one.
It's well, they didn't advertise it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. So, speaking of the Pixel Fold, so we all actually got to meet in June of this year. We all met up in New York, and funny enough, the Pixel Fold was going to be coming out during the time we were there. So
they literally had it on display outside of the store, and they were just like, "No, you can't touch it, but you can look at it."
The manager literally had it in his pocket.
Yeah,
like he wouldn't let us see it or touch it. Like
so stupid for such a terrible phone too. It's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to keep it under wraps for that reason.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We would have been like, "This is terrible."
I wouldn't have bought it.
I wonder how many people actually returned that phone after buying it. Like,
man,
it was a terrible phone. Like, I can't imagine it did well. I'll be shocked if they do a second one, and if they do, and it looks like that, just
give up.
It kills me when they go on stage and they try to like wow people, and it's like this. First of all, we knew about the device 8 months ago, and then second of all, it's like this is terrible. Everything about this we didn't like. Who asked for a temperature sensor on their Pixel 8 Pro? Like, wow.
Oh, I definitely. Oh, I've always wanted one of those. You know, that's my favorite feature by far of the OnePlus.
Like maybe 8. In 2020, but I have zero use for it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you
late. Just go around. Yeah, imagine like everyone has, you're testing everybody for COVID.
Right.
Super easy. Just pull your phone out.
Yeah, that would be cool, but it's just not.
Except it doesn't work on humans. So yeah,
yeah,
so useful. What? let me check this hot soup real quick.
You just wonder like what happens in these meetings that they have about this stuff. They're like, we gotta do something different. Let's put a temperature sensor in there.
I just want to be a fly on that wall, Ian, and just be like, I want to be in the background, just like losing my mind. Like, what are you doing? No one asked for this.
It's just some intern. It's just like, it'd be cool, a temperature sensor. You know why? Because you can see the temperature of things, but not people though, because that makes too much sense.
The intern had to make sure the coffee was still hot for the people they were bringing it to, so they needed.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, that'd be so good. I can check the Starbucks, make sure it's still good for them. Yeah,
I can't just feel the cup,
Meanwhile, every single one of those execs are going back to their iPhone.
Yeah, 100%. There's no shot people are actually using Pixels.
No,
even Mark is using an iPhone. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Well, even if you look at the CEO too, like I don't know how many times when he's interviewed, he's like just like, oh, I love Samsung. Like I love. It's like, what about Pixel? Like we all hate Pixel.
What about the brand that you made and have? Right. It's just not a thing.
Yeah. And then the fact that they were like, yeah, it should cost $999 this year. Like that tracks. That's why
what was up with that? Yeah, the price increase.
Right.
Completely unwarranted price increase.
I don't get it.
I didn't get it. Like they would have been fine if they would have kept the price the same.
Right.
And then I remember like when I got the Pixel 8 Pro, Drew got the Pixel 8, the regular Pixel 8, and that was better than the Pro, which made zero sense to me.
Well, and then there's this. They're like, let's not listen to any feedback, not a single bit of feedback, and let's just give them the same watch.
Let's just make it put a 2 on it.
Oh, and wait, let's give them a worse charger than the first gen.
Yeah, what was trash, absolute trash. And if you lose it, you'll never charge that thing again.
Yeah. No, it's
like it has 4 little prongs that stick out. Yeah. It looks like an Apple Watch charger.
Yeah,
but it has.
The prongs. The prongs make no sense. So there's 4 metal prongs, but the whole back of this is metal. So it just tries to stick to the rest of it, not the actual part where it's supposed to charge. And so it's a pain to get it to charge. It's tiny. Like I go to press anything on here and I hit the whole watch face. And then on top of that, they like $10 a month to get basic features. Like, so, and it's all Fitbit. It's just super.
Oh, the Fitbit thing. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Like, why would you change the charger one generation in?
Right.
Like, what's the point?
And make it worse. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, if you're gonna make, I feel like if you're gonna make a watch, you've got all these phones with the reverse charging feature. Why not just give it the ability to charge that way? Right. Because if it's not gonna last all day, because I don't think the Pixel Watch 2 would last all day, then you would need to charge it. So it'd be nice if you could take it off for a minute and charge it for a few minutes on the back of your phone,
right,
while you're out on the go.
Yeah, the problem is the Pixel also charges painfully slow. So, like,
yep.
You put it on the back of there, you get 1% in 2 hours.
That's gotta be terrible.
You know, it's crazy. Like OnePlus, I know they don't have wireless charging in the 11 and the Open, but the wired charging is fantastic.
Dude, it's crazy fast.
Yeah. Like how is it? Like before we got on this call, or on this stream, I had this at 3%. I put it on the charger for like 10 minutes. And it's up at 69% right now.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, yeah, it's super quick. So like,
I don't know. It's crazy. Like it sucks that it's like proprietary because like if I plug it into my iPhone, like the same charging brick, it's just like charges at like 5 watts. But but it's still like it's crazy how fast it is. Not only that, but like how low the battery degradation is on the OnePlus 11. Yeah, because like my battery health's still at 100%.
Yeah, and
it stays cool. Like it doesn't overheat and turn into like a an oven or like a Pop-Tart that or just came out of the toaster or Note 7. Yeah.
Oh, on the hot note, why does the Model 3's wireless charger suck so bad? Why does it make every phone hot as shit? Like
I don't know, man. It's bad.
I put the iPhone on there and it bakes.
Yeah. It's worse when you have multiple phones too. Like it's pretty bad.
I had like a FaceTime call on my phone, my 15 Pro Max, while it was charging wirelessly. It like I literally couldn't pick it up. It was like boiling hot, and then like it came up with the temperature warning. I'm like, oh great, that's fun.
You got the temperature warning while it was on the charger.
Just charging on FaceTime.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I saw someone actually took it apart. Someone took one apart and they put just a MagSafe charger from Apple behind it, like in the Alcantara material. They put it in there because it probably would work better. Just literally plugging that into the USB ports in the car and then just wiring that up instead. Like, it's just the worst charger.
It's bad.
And then it doesn't work with any case. Any case I have, it doesn't work at all.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Pretty much all cases. Unless you have a pretty thin case, like it doesn't. Like I know when I threw this
on, have like a tack case, like that really thin, super ultra thin case to even. Yeah. Well, you don't use a case anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, yeah.
It's like
I mean, like it's a force of habit for me. When I get in the car, I'll put it in that spot, but it never charges. It never charges. And I know I use thick cases on my stuff like that.
That was the only sad thing with the Open though, because I would go and even though it charges fast and stuff, I would put it in the Tesla in that same spot, and then I get out and I'm like, no, like
it didn't do anything.
Exactly.
That's why you have to have at least something, right? Like at least some form of wireless charging on the OnePlus 11, would have been nice. But
it looks like the 12 doesn't have it. I think the 12.
The 12 has it.
Yeah. I still don't understand that the reason for them not including it. I feel like that's such a cheap thing to include.
Well, but it makes sense on their marketing standpoint, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they're wanting super fast charging, you want to have that Super VOOC or whatever the fuck it's called. It makes sense. And they also sell like the car chargers too for the Super VOOC, so you can get like the 12 volt I think adapter or something like that for it, and it charges roughly the same as the wall outlet, which is kind of nice.
No.
And now they have the 50 watt Air VOOC. I know I saw that. So they have ultra fast wireless charging too.
Air VOOC?
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what it's called. I didn't make the name. I didn't make the name. I'm just telling you what it says.
What's up with the VOOC? What does a VOOC mean? That's just what I'm curious about.
That's a great question.
Like, man,
I have no clue what that even means. What does that mean, actually? Now I'm kind of curious. What does VOOC mean? Voltage open loop multi-step constant current charging.
Okay.
Well,
that's a lot of extra words, man.
I see a lot more than 4 words in that. Wow.
I also see where the marketing team stopped with that word because they couldn't come up with anything else. Like,
yeah.
Man,
okay.
why?
Yes. So Ike asked. So VOOC means voltage open loop multi-step constant current charging. I say it 3 times fast because I don't think you can.
I can't even say it 1 time fast. Like
I know. Like who made this name? And the funniest thing is I looked this up and it comes up with Oppo. I know Oppo and OnePlus are the same now, but like that's crazy.
Voltage open loop multi-step constant current charging.
Wow.
Volume. Okay, yeah, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to.
Also, there's a whole PDF about the charging standard.
Of course.
There's a whole PDF about this. I feel like
there is.
I should read this, but it's how many pages? It's 26 pages. 26 pages about charging. Yeah.
Why do I have 7 missed calls from a 1-800 number on my OnePlus? Yes. Jesus Christ. All right.
All I know is it's fast. I don't like it. That's there you go.
Yeah. Just call it super fast charge. Yeah, just exactly. Like please, just something different. I can't do Super VOOC. It's just weird.
Yeah, because it was Warp Charge before they had to change the naming, and then they went with this.
Why'd they have to change it from?
It was like someone else was using the name, and so it was like a proprietary issue. So
of course, so they had to do something different.
Yeah,
I think the Super VOOC naming came from like their Oppo division for sure. It definitely wasn't I just can't see OnePlus executives sitting down like Pete Lau just be like Super VOOC. That's a really good name. Let's use that.
Yeah. No, like warp charging. That sounds kind of like futuristic. It sounds
warp is so much better.
Yeah. It sounds like a kind of like a futuristic kind of
like
thing,
hyper warp or something like that.
Yeah.
Just something different, like. But you know what? Super VOOC works too, I guess.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, I won't remember what it means, but Super VOOC. Yeah, it's a name.
Like you said, it's crazy fast. It works really well. That's what we need. It's super nice to just like throw it in there, like throw it on the charger while you're getting ready, whatever. Leave the house. It's already at 100.
15 minutes. Like it's like pretty much full. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely think that's probably up there with like my phone of the year for sure. Like I think they just did such a good job all around.
No, definitely. Warp speed. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at the AirVOOC, the charger. So it's a 50 watt wireless charger,
and it's got the fan on the back, and it's super loud.
No fun.
Yeah, that was the thing. So there's a company that sends me cases every year. They send me accessories too, and not gonna lie, they sent me some good stuff. So ESR, they sent me this 3-in-1 charger that works with iPhone. It's actually licensed and everything. So when you put the iPhone on there, it actually recognizes, it shows the animation and everything. But it has a fan built in, and it has a light. I don't know why. It has like a little blue light. So when you put your phone on there, like I have it next to my bed, so like I see this little blue light, and then it has a little on/off button for the light. And I was like, I love this thing, but why did you have to put the light on there? Like
somebody's really rude with that. It's bad.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I just want like when it comes to like a charger, I just want something that looks nice when it's not in use. It's minimalist, nice. I love the fact that it can do everything. But I feel like the fan is not necessary. The fan or the light.
Belkin's really nailed the minimalist wireless charging standard. They definitely made that like kind of clear too, with like the MagSafe accessories and all that.
Yeah. And I did like the Nomad chargers, and I know that Nomad just came out with their own standing charger, so that looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it looks clean.
I don't have that one. I have the other ones, but I didn't like, the only thing I didn't like was that they didn't sell the charging adapter with it. Like I just felt that was so weird. Like you're selling a charger, sell the adapter. It's not that.
Yeah.
It would be nice if those charged also equally as fast or faster. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's crazy that OnePlus can sell a phone for like under $700 and still include like a stupid fast wired charger.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
we already knew they were, cutting costs on everything. So everybody's got these like half box, for the phone and no charging adapter in there.
Yeah.
But they expect everyone to keep their own. But you know, like OnePlus including it and it being faster than everything else you can buy is really nice.
Well, that's another thing too, right? Is like you still get everything in the box. I'm gonna be biased with the 12 because my name's on the box, but like I do like the fact that they give you everything in the box you need. That charger's crazy fast. It's, I mean, premium overall compared to what you're gonna get buying one from another brand. That doesn't charge nearly as fast. And for the price point too, like you're getting a really solid value just in comparison to a lot of other phones.
Oh yeah.
100%. I mean, even base model, you know, like base model S23 is still and that's still more than OnePlus 11.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, like I love my base model S23. It's a fun little phone. It's not all there. It's not like quite a flagship phone, which sucks because it's like, you know, I love the size of it because every phone is like, you know, this big for what reason? Like I don't need a 6.7 inch display. Like I'd like just a phone that works, you know. But
and I think that's the perk of like flips. Like you have that compact size.
But even the flip is like super tall though. Like when you're actually using it.
Yeah, when you're actually using it. I think like for me personally, I like the compact, you know, just being able to pocket this and not have something huge in my pocket. That right there is fine. Like if it has a larger screen and it's kind of tall, that's not a big deal when I'm using it. It's more so like when I have it in my pocket. I want it to be pocketable and quick and easy, and small. And like, I know what you mean though. Like it's so funny. We recall like these smaller phones because I mean, they used to be 4 or 5 inches and now they're like almost 7 inches and they're all giant.
Let me just show you something. The MagSafe wallet next to the iPhone SE.
Wow. It's insane.
Why? Like, why is it that big?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Like,
but also, you remember they had that for the 12 mini and the 13 mini, and it looked like it dwarfed it.
No, it's literally the exact size of that. That's what Cassandra, you know it. I take it the kids are no longer there. Oh, that's fun.
The cat is still mad at you.
The S23 for sure though is up there. It's a hard to love phone. Like I absolutely love the size, the design, but like you said, the features, the cameras, like it's not quite there considering the price point.
Yeah,
but it is like if it was there, that's probably the phone I would get.
Oh yeah,
I really like the build. The build is
if it had really the cameras, if it had the RAM, and even like the funny thing is too is they're I guess removing wireless charging from the standard S24 next year.
No, why?
No clue why. No reason. Just we don't need that anymore. Who needs wireless charging?
Like the thing I noticed is that they cheap out on the lowest model to kind of get you to bump up to the next one. And like, for example, why is like the S23 not have like glass? It's plastic?
No, the S23 is glass.
It's glass this time. They did glass this year because
was it last?
Was it the 22 where they did the plastic or
the 22 and the 21? Both of them,
okay.
I think.
Okay. Yeah, I just remember that and I was like, that's so dumb. Why did they use a different material?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest though, the plastic wasn't terrible. You know, I had the standard 21. It wasn't bad. I mean, it didn't feel terrible either. It didn't feel like plasticky. So I don't know. It wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't that bad. But
I don't know. I just feel like they try to like remove some things or change things just to And then you kind of feel like you have to go like to the middle step, you know, to get that actual premium feel, even though it's using some flagship specs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But the S23 Ultra though, that was definitely an all-around great phone this year. I think was a much better phone than the S22 Ultra.
I've still never used an S23 Ultra. I don't know why.
If you use the S22 Ultra, like that one wasn't bad. It was just the battery life for me.
Oh no, that was terrible. Yeah, I hated it.
Like the new one, they definitely improved it a lot. They made it like an all-around.
Like if you're looking for like a larger phone, you want all the bells and whistles. Like you're looking at any phone. Like if you were even looking at like iPhone 15 Pro Max,
exactly,
and you're debating on Android or not, like the S23 Ultra is probably my go-to recommendation. I mean, actually, my wife, who's been using iPhone for a few years now, like that's what she switched to is the S23 Ultra, and she loves it. I mean, I think all around it's a really solid phone. I'm just hoping the S24 Ultra and that 24 series is equally as good, if not better. because they did a really good job with that.
The thing I hate about the S24 though is that they're going to be going to that like more like blocky design.
Yeah,
it's going to be rugged.
I kind of like the blocky design.
You don't when it digs into your hand every time you use it.
I am not using it case free like you are. So I guess that doesn't
okay, fine. But like, I mean,
so then Ian, doesn't every phone feel the same to you?
No, I mean most of the cases will conform to the shape of the phone, the general shape of it. So if it's got curves, it's going to be curved. If it's square, I don't know.
I just like the texture of like the actual phone. I don't know. It's like the
it's
case
something about
it for
I'm
me.
so weird. I have to have cases on these things. I can't. I don't trust myself. And
Ian AppleCare.
I have AppleCare. I did. I bought AppleCare this time. $13 a month. For
Why are you using a case?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's $29 if you break it. It's as much as the case.
Is it $29?
Yes. It's $29. It's $29 if you crack the screen.
Interesting. Let me go crack my screen. I'm just kidding.
Why do you think I have it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Justin said, I wish the lowest S series would compete better with the iPhone. In that $700-ish price range, the base iPhone wins. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm like really on the fence there because like I don't know. iPhone the last few years is just not hitting the same.
It's been the same since 12, honestly.
Yeah, and I personally don't like the fact that now with the non-Pro phones, they use a last year's chipset.
Yeah,
and they kind of bring the Pro features from the previous year to the non-Pro phones. I really don't like that. I know that's the way for them to save money.
It's weird though.
What are these colors this year? They're like white with a drop of color. The only one that looked good was the black. Yeah, and there's not even a project or a red.
We didn't even get a red one. Yeah. Where's red? That's the best color, and it's just gone.
And then Apple. Why did we go with a blue phone again? Like, do you remember the leaks? The leaks were burgundy. It was red, and then we got blue again. This is like the third time.
That's why I just got natural titanium at this point. I just like I can't.
Natural was the best out of it. Or white. Between the white too, like that was good. But it kills me. It's like I feel like every time you get an iPhone, even after we got USB-C, whatever, like we got all that this year, but it's like year after year going all the way back to like the 11 and 12. I'm like, it's the same phone. Like
I could use an 11 Pro easily.
Yeah, like, and then when you use like an older iPhone, you're like, well, the software works just fine on here because you don't have they don't have to do much now, right? It's like so until that form factor changes, like I don't know. I'm kind of just put off by iPhones at this point.
You're gonna buy the next one, Drew. You're gonna buy the next one.
I'll buy 20 of them.
Just like, exactly.
I'm on like 20.
They love your business. You increase their stock sales by like
I don't
$1 trillion.
know if they love my business, but like,
well, okay, that's fair. You do return, but like I mean that's
yeah, I got like a deep gouge in my last iPhone and was like, that's a return. And then, just give me another one,
bro.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say though, like you mentioned, until the form factor changes. Now, if Apple comes out with a foldable phone, the thing I'm very curious about because it's going to be close to iPad territory. How are they going to differentiate the software between an iPad and a foldable iPhone?
The only way I want it is give me the outer display is iOS, inner display is iPadOS, and give me some type of DeX docking capability where it's Mac OS like a Mac Mini. And
that would go crazy, but
it would.
They won't do that. They won't do it.
They're gonna come out with like they're gonna come out with Fold OS or something, and it's gonna be absolutely terrible.
They could throw like an M3 in that thing, and it would be crazy because like an M3 in a phone that could also dock itself into a Mac. I would buy that. I would buy it. But
do you like logically think that they would do any of that?
No,
when they had the iPad.
Of course not.
No,
because why would they?
Yeah,
that would just nerf all of their Mac sales.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. If they sell a foldable, it's going to be, I think, just iOS with additional foldable features that kind of blend with iPad apps. They might be like, you can download iPad apps if you want to, but it's going to be like just iOS for foldable. And I think it's not going to be what everybody wants it to be. I think it's just going to be a folding iPhone at $2,000, $3,000. That's nonsense. So.
And there won't be any sales on that.
No, and it probably won't even come with the cord. It'll just come with the phone in the box.
Because they're just like, figure it out.
The environment.
Exactly.
It comes completely dead. Yeah.
Oh my God. God.
Yeah, who did that this year? Actually, it was Sony, right? Like they shipped the new Xperia phones with
no cable.
It was just there was no cable.
No, they did a cable.
No, there was no cable in the box. It was just the phone.
Which one? Which one was that?
The latest,
the one Mark V.
Yeah, I think it's just a cable or no cable.
Way.
Like it's just the
box. I need to check. There's no way.
I'm looking
box the other day, and it's like super thin, and I didn't see a cable in the unboxing. I just saw the empty box with the papers. Yeah, no cable. It says
one Mark V.
Where do you see what comes in the box?
Yeah, not even a cable. Yeah.
Well,
that's
it doesn't include the charger or a cable, which is the first for Sony because they started doing the cable only with the the Pro came with the Pro I or whatever.
The Pro I came with a cable for sure.
Yeah.
It came with the charging brick too.
Yeah, but didn't come with any for this new one. So
that's a decision.
Yeah, you open the box, you watch some of the unboxings, and when people unbox it, they're just like, "Wait, no cable? Like there's nothing in there." So
it's $1,400, and they're not giving you a cable.
And then you look at the OnePlus Open, which you can get for way less than $1,400 if you do a trade-in, and you're going to get super fast, crazy charging, and the chargers in the box. It makes no sense.
That's not a great look.
Are we just being screwed all the time now?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'm waiting for Apple to do that soon, where it's like, okay, we moved to USB-C. If everyone truly already has this cable, we don't have to send you one. So,
I mean, sure, but like
the environment. So,
yeah, exactly.
Just make biodegradable cables at this point. Like, just please something.
I'm waiting for them to just ship you the phone in the mail with no box. It's just here's a phone with a label.
No. It's gonna be exactly how like LG sent us the Wing. Like, it's just gonna be like a padded envelope.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss LG sometimes.
LG, honestly, same.
I pulled that thing out, and it had I had 20 updates.
Oh yeah.
And it got to 13.
Crazy. Yeah.
It got to 13.
I think it's still getting 14 too.
I don't think it's going to get 14. If it does, I'll be surprised. But the fact that I hadn't pulled it out for over a year, it was sitting in a box. I pulled it out, had 20 updates, and it got to Android 13. Props to LG for that. Props to
LG for sending us phones, because like what the
they were seriously the best to work with. Like
literally though.
I had 56 subscribers and they reached out and were like, "Hey, you want me to send you a phone?" And I was like, "Great, let's do this."
Yes.
And like
when we all were small. Wasn't that like the nicest thing ever?
Yeah.
No, literally though. Like they sent my Twitter page a phone. Like what? Like why? It was cool though. I mean, the Velvet was cool. They had like the whole PR package.
Yeah, the Velvet was really nice. Yeah.
The dual screen. Like, why did they stop? They could have kept going. I think it
was LG and TCL was.
Yeah, TCL was good too. Yeah.
Now TCL is in the garbage now too, because they don't make their Pro series phones anymore, which is stupid. But
they were doing good with the budget phones. But the only thing I have a problem with is the fact that they don't update them. They would promise updates
true.
And then would never update them. And it's not to say that they're bad phones. They were just, more budget aligned. So they weren't going to be.
But they had good displays. Like the displays were like super impressive.
The next paper.
The Velvet was solid. I mean, or just anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the which one? What are you talking about? The LG or the TCL?
Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm stupid. Yeah. No, the TCL 20 Pro was at a great
Yeah.
That was the last best good TCL phone, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think it was really good. Yeah, I like it.
I'm not sure that's an offer you should accept.
What are the top features?
You got to get that Cybertruck somehow.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, Justin, were they going to pay you? Because
that's a different story.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, Ian's like, please send me this.
Send me the link. Just a Google form.
We're gonna start seeing some interesting ads for me. Ian.
No.
Oh man.
Apparently, I'm the audio speaker person because I got sent a another speaker and subwoofer for a TV. So I don't know. I didn't think that I did very well with that, but apparently I do okay.
I guess you do now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're sending me like 3, so I don't really need 3, but I'm just gonna make whatever.
You know what? Just make a giant wall of audio at this point.
Yeah, honestly,
You gotta set it up just like how it was in New York at the Samsung Experience.
Yeah,
Like,
just everywhere.
that was solid.
$50? Nah. How do you promote other than wearing it? Like,
don't question it further, Ian.
I have so many questions.
Don't do it anymore. It's good.
Anyway,
I guess we're not talking tech anymore, so we can just really go off topic there.
That I haven't gotten anything like that to ask to review, but I have had like people reach out to me for like makeup sponges and weird, like just the most random things.
Weird.
And I'm like, you realize that I'm not like I'm a dude, right? And I don't review that. Like
I get some weird stuff like external displays, like from like really weird name companies.
Yeah, like niche companies or whatever.
You've never heard of them, and you would never hear from them again. And
they sent me a display. Like I got one of those like portable external displays from one of them, and like
which one did you get it from? I wonder if it's
you expect me to know the name. I
don't remember the name, but if you said the name, I might remember.
That's the other problem.
I don't even know.
Is like some of those companies, they reach out and they have the worst name. I'm just like, wait, that's the name of your product and the company? Yeah. I'm just like, delete.
Yeah. I mean,
it's so funny. External displays were so big on TikTok. Like TikTok has become a shopping platform, and I hate it.
It's just full of spam.
It is.
It's just email bloatware.
And I have to block accounts. Like it's just not fun anymore. Like you used to be able to get lost on TikTok for hours, and now it's like, hey, you should buy this thing for my TikTok shop, and it's like, no, block.
No.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that crap. I don't want to buy anything. Hunter bought a shirt. He bought a shirt on there. I said, you're helping them. Stop.
A shirt?
Yeah. He bought
was it like a $40 shirt?
No, it was like $1.40.
$1?
He got some credit for it. And
oh my god!
Did it actually
he wore it, and he says, I'm not even sober enough for Taco Bell or something like that.
You know what? I'd buy that shirt for $1 too. Honestly, that's fair.
It's so stupid, and it's like tie dye, and I'm like, what is what?
Sadly, Ian, it's cheaper than Taco Bell.
It is.
That's sad, right?
Yeah.
$1.40 is cheaper than a cheesy roll up.
It really is.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, it has to be just bots mass sending. It probably is, to be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of emails, so we were all originally going to CES. Unfortunately, Drew's not going to be able to go this time.
Just dipped. Oh wait, sorry.
He dipped. I'm so sad. He said, bump you guys. I'm not going, but he will go in 25. We're gonna make him go in 25.
He's the dad that abandoned his children off at the airport and just said, bye guys.
Best of luck.
Dropped him going to Vegas out of all places too.
And I am so I've been getting so many emails.
Oh, they're relentless. But if you sign up, it's good because then once you get there, you can figure out. Because then you're on the list.
You're not entitled to go.
Like half the stuff isn't even interesting to me.
Everything
about like I don't want to look at
sign up for
heads.
everything. you definitely want to look at shower heads when you're there. You're like, oh, that's really cool, and then they give you a free one.
Are you sure? With all this free stuff.
Sometimes, yeah. Like people got like had bags that they would bring around to like different booths from media, and then you just like go around and get free shit. Like
so when you go. The rule is like bring an empty suitcase or a big enough bag to where you can get all the free stuff, just empty, so you can get all the free stuff. What you do is you look for the people who are giving away free luggage, like smart luggage or like, and you're like, hey, I would love to try this out. And then you just fill it with all your free stuff from CES.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
See, I'm bringing my car, so I'll have room. So if you want to bring things in my car, I can ship it to you. But,
your trunk is going to be so full, Michael.
It really will.
Your front and your trunk, both of them full.
Dude, I had they gave away like whole like skateboards last year, like,
and now you can take it home.
Yeah, I don't have to like not bring it. Like,
he's gonna get a whole e-bike. He's gonna be like, Ian, I can't take any of your stuff. I got an e-bike. I'm taking this home.
I got an e-bike in the trunk, but the seats folded down. I can't.
Doesn't.
That would honestly be sick.
Don't we all? Don't we all? I am honestly, I'm excited but freaked out at the same time, just because I have no clue what to expect. I'm just happy that Michael's been once.
I mean, that's kind of CES in a nutshell, though, because there's so much going on.
I need to buy new shoes.
Now, Ian. Now
you gotta start wearing them till
it's the 15th. We have a month now.
It's crazy how fast it's coming along. I'm like,
no, seriously, it's crazy. It's less than 30 days.
I just requested the days off, and my boss was like, "Hey, I see you requested a week off." I'm like, I know, and I just had 3 weeks off. I'm sorry.
You just did it.
I think it's worse too because I got that trip for like $60.
That is crazy. Like, I wish I could just take your ticket. I'm gonna come to Michigan and just take your ticket. I'm staying with you for the next month, and I'm just gonna leave from your house.
Ian pays $900 to fly to Michigan.
Fly to Michigan just to play $60 to go to.
It would probably still be cheaper than what I paid. I don't remember. It was so fun. Me and Michael talked about like hotels. And I didn't even know that the hotel I'm going to charges a resort fee until he told me. So I was gonna be so pissed. So,
yeah, that'll be $300 at the desk. Like,
and I will not hesitate to ask Michael to come and yell at the front desk person.
Oh my god! Like last time, I still have the recording too.
You're gonna get that $500 charge day one.
Smoking fee.
Yep.
Instant.
You're not even going to be in the room yet. Smoking fee.
That's just the way we greet you. We give you smoking fees on your credit card.
To Vegas. We know you vaped in this room. Do you have a vape on you?
That was the most New York thing I think that could have ever happened.
Every time I talk about that New York trip, that hotel is the first thing that comes up.
Dude, no, seriously though. That's like the first thing I think of is the Millennium Hotel in New York. Like that's just
stains,
like.
And then the coffee.
Sadly, I think of that couch. The first thing I see is that couch in my mind.
No,
the couch and then like the random dents in the wall and the moldy coffee in the drawer for some reason.
Was it Michael? Was it you or Hunter that hit the ceiling? The bubble in the ceiling.
No, that was Hunter, but he jumped on the bed and hit the bubble that was forming in the ceiling.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
The room was that's up there for sure. Like I've stayed in some like weird hotels over the years. That's way up there.
My room was solid. Like the one that I had, like originally the first one was great.
Yes.
Well, like it was solid, but they charged you another $500.
Right, and then they did that. But I mean, and I ended up paying the full thing on my card, which was fun.
Yeah. Well, let's be clear though, we got stuck at this hotel again though because we got stuck in New York. So
yeah, we did do that.
Yeah. And yes, moldy coffee. I'm pretty sure Michael got a good picture of that. Yeah. But yeah, there was a coffee cup in a drawer. We don't know how long it had been there.
Let me find the picture. It was just there. Like I'm sure nobody else checked because nobody actually uses those drawers. So it's probably been there since like 9/11. Like
he says it sounds like you're talking about a rural Motel 6. No, this was literally
it felt like one.
This was right across from the it's right across from the what is it? Why can't I think of it?
Exactly. The World Trade Center.
World Trade Center. Yeah. In New York, right by the World Trade Center.
A former Hilton, which you expect to be really nice.
And you know it's still a former Hilton
because it has the Hilton badge on the outside. I was literally looking at that picture too. It just shows, my God, the OnePlus. Jesus Christ.
So bright.
and the sun. At the front desk, you can see what it said.
It's just there. Like the remnants of the Hilton. At least I can find the coffee. God, that was terrible.
The couch stains, the floor stains.
Oh, don't forget this awesome door handle that just works sometimes. We got oh my God. No, this is yours. This is all yours. We have here's the moldy coffee.
Yeah, that was just in a drawer.
It's just there.
In a drawer. Like, still there.
I mean, for all we know, it was coffee. We don't know what that brown substance was.
Man, I don't want to know. I also don't want to know how long it's been there.
I've stayed in so many hotels this year, and it's crazy. Like
that's concerning, Ian.
No, I mean I've traveled more. So this year is like the most I've ever traveled in my life.
You just need to move to San Diego. That would fix all your problems.
Everybody there keeps telling me they're like, it was so disgusting. It was so gross.
It's bad that you can see that through your phone through a stream.
I know.
Yes.
And somehow they walk in there and they're like, this room's good enough for $1,000 a night or whatever the heck it is.
So terrible. Oh, look at that. It's the Pixel Fold we couldn't see. Wow.
Oh yeah.
And
It wasn't like it was like a little shadow box with like
yeah, like
a screen
outside.
over it.
And there was a reason they weren't really showing us that inner display.
It was really bad.
So bad.
How much are those going for used? That's my question.
Like $800.
Is that even good?
No, still not worth it.
No,
Oh
not
yeah,
at all.
no. I asked Drew about that before. I was like, "Hey, you think I should buy that?" And he said, "No, don't buy it."
If you can get it for $30, then we'll talk.
Honestly, though, it's all it's worth. Even that's too much, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's a burden to have.
They could
Like,
send it to you to
782.
review for free and just be like, no,
I'm
thanks.
good.
782.
Man, to
is how
think
much
we
it's
actually
worth.
wanted that. That's crazy.
I know we
Yeah,
were
I
like
mean-
in New York, we were hyped. We were like,
Dude,
hey, yeah, let us see this phone. And Michael and I even went to Google headquarters, like, hey, we just want to see this phone. And
Yeah.
they were like, no.
No, we
Not
won't
gonna
show you it. We know how
No.
bad it is. You'll have to wait.
God. Oh, but the
Man.
Samsung Experience Store, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That I did.
The
enjoy.
Samsung Experience School is really, that was really cool.
The Rivian
Yeah.
store, that was cool. The
That
Rivian
was-
You
store
guys got to
Me
test
too.
drive it, and I didn't even get to go with you. I'm still mad about that.
Hey, it was somebody else driving it. Like they just drove us along in the passenger seats. So like,
Yeah.
you didn't miss much. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right, well, yeah. All right. I know we're coming up on an hour, so I don't know. I know.
yeah, we
George
could just
had to
do like
go.
an after stream just to hang out for a bit.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and cut it here. I know we talked about a couple devices this year, but yeah, I didn't get to talk about these. I'm sad about this. So I did get one thing I did get to do this year was go to the Snapdragon Summit. Didn't even get to talk about that, but that was a really cool experience. And I got the Ray-Ban smart glasses. And yeah, anyway, I guess we'll talk about that another time. But anyway,
I'm gonna try to bring that during CES. I'm not even gonna bring my camera. I'm gonna bring just the Meta glasses and a DJI wireless lav mic, and just use those the entire time.
you know what? That's a good idea. I might have to bring them. So
You know
I
why?
just don't
Because
have
the problem is, right, when you bring a camera, it's
Mhm.
stupid heavy because you have to bring it
Yeah.
everywhere throughout the entire
you
floor.
have a nice camera though.
I don't even have a lens anymore. They just took my lens. Like
I hope you get a lens before we go.
I'm not gonna get a lens before we go. It just won't happen because like the shipping dates are backdoored right now, and it was supposed to deliver this Tuesday, and it's just canceled. So I'm just kind of without a lens now. But no, I'm gonna bring the Meta glasses along with my DJI mic, and just use those for like POV content. So like it'll be like people are actually at CES, and it already records in vertical form anyway, so it's perfect. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
They're
I don't know.
pretty cool. I mean, the quality is pretty good. I don't know if you guys have seen a couple pictures or videos I've taken with it. They're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, looks cool.
All right, cool. Well, it's been fun, guys. Thank you all for joining us. We will be back in the new year. I hope.
Like in September or something, or what?
Well, no. I think what we may do, and Michael and Drew, if you guys want to coordinate for during CES time, maybe we can talk about some of the stuff we've seen, and of course, if we got any free stuff, we can show that too.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, well, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next year.
Bye bye.